YouTube bound community, Beach Boys fans, random people on the internet, my name is Giggens. We're here today to talk about SMiLE's attempts to be released. Obviously, SMiLE never came out in 1967, but there were many other times throughout its 40-odd-year career before Brian finally put it out in 2004, and then again in 2011 when the actual Beach Boys stuff came out officially for the first time. There have been many attempts to get this thing out and on the shelves. 1967, actually it was supposed to come out in December of 66. It got pushed forward to January, then pushed again to March. So it was always getting pushed forward and eventually just deleted. In 1969, 1970, when the guys signed their new contract with Warner's, there was a $50,000 advance they were given if SMiLE was delivered by 1973. And so that was kind of the stipulation. It was like, and Brian was not aware of this, by the way, but they were like, look, if we give you this extra $50,000 in advance, put out SMiLE. And they're like, okay. And so they started playing some stuff from SMiLE Live. They started playing Wonderful. And then obviously they used Surf's Up for the album. So these songs were out there. So they were aware of the tapes. And there's a lot of rumors or stories about Steven Desper and Carl working to get these tapes put together again, making copies, safety copies so things weren't going to get destroyed. There were attempts to put it together around 72, 73. And then by May 1st of 1973, if it wasn't delivered, they would have owed that $50,000 back, or it just would have been taken out of their next advance of, whatever their next album would have been. And that's what happened. They owed $50,000 back to the company because they never released SMiLE. After that, it would pop up here and there. At one point in the late 70s, even Bruce Johnson was talking about making a couple of songs here and there as a medley to put on the Light album. Can you imagine that? Brian was talking about it in the late 80s again. Finally, some stuff came out in the 1993 box set. So finally, some SMiLE stuff got officially released at that point, which is fantastic. And then in the late 90s, talking to David Leaf one time, he was telling me that there was going to be a SMiLE box set at that point, the SMiLE era. Obviously, it didn't come out. So when when Brian Wilson Presents SMiLE came out in 2004, I remember that vividly being like, oh my God, you can actually hold SMiLE. It's finished. You can buy SMiLE. It was a very weird concept. And then when this thing came out, it was even more mind-blowing to be like, wow, they really loaded this thing up with tons of demos, alternate takes, vocal clips, 18,000 verses of heroes and villains. It was pretty amazing. So I'm curious to hear your thoughts about what would have happened if SMiLE had come out in the 70s. Had the music scene changed too much at that point? Because SMiLE is definitely a very psychedelic influenced album. Would that have fit in 1973? The band had grown so much by that point. Would it have been out of place to put out SMiLE in 1973? Let me know. Curious to hear your thoughts about it. Obviously, it would have sounded way out of place if it came out in the late 70s or early 80s. It just wouldn't have made any sense at that point. But 1973, was that too far off? Or is that in the ballpark where you can kind of get away with it? Or would it have already sounded passe at that point? Who knows? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. My name is Giggens. This has been the Beach Boys SMiLE sort of release history video. And curious to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. My name is Giggens. I'll see you next time. Bye.